Yeah, like it's probably like at least it was like 90% Kiriko. I've been playing a lot of Zen like the past week, but before that it was like almost 100% Kiriko.
Okay. Well, I have good advice for Zen as a guy who pretty much exclusively plays Zen myself, and I play Kiriko. But we can also
Mm.
look at it from the coaching perspective, obviously. I'm assuming the VOD today is going to be Kiriko related, or what is it?
It was gonna be a Kiriko VOD. Yeah, I could look for a Zen VOD, but it was I was
We,
planning for a Kiriko.
we probably have time that we could scan some Zen stuff if you're interested in getting better at that, because I think Zen is a great way to rank up, especially in high rank. I mean, I think Zen's a strong character right now, as long as like certain characters get banned and you're on certain maps.
Yeah.
Recently, what I've been doing is I've been doing mostly defaulting to Zen, except if it's like a crazy map, like that's just not good for Zen, and I would do Kiri or I would do ERE. Okay, so goals:
Mm.
reach champion through Chad angle maxing. Also, would like to improve my
Yeah.
understanding of a role as a team, especially for organized games. Do you scrim or something?
Yeah, I play in a Facer team, but it's like O's Facer, so
What do you play in that? Do you play Kiriko as well?
yeah, I play Kiriko.
Is it a Zarya comp or what?
No, so like we're kind of mixing through tanks right now, but our tank, like the tank player we mostly have plays Diva.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, because right now I think it's really popular in the scrim meta to do like it's like I think it's like Kiri's trying to rush the Foxtrot perk, and then Zarya is I think trying to rush the Spotter perk, and that synergy is kind of insane. Are there bans
Yeah.
in your Faceit League?
Yeah, there
Okay. Okay. Well, Kiri is pretty straightforward. What DPS do you play with in that? Just out of curiosity.
Usually like usually like always Soj or Ash if he's feeling it, and then whatever like either Echo or Tracer.
And your other support's a Lucio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty. I understand what to do in that comp as Kiriko pretty well, so we can also talk about that if you want, or if you have a scrim code. Okay.
I do
Uh,
have one, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. We could briefly. That would take like 5 minutes. We just look and I can show you some basic ideas about how you play in that comp. Um, so how much do you play? Like 4 to 6 hours. That's about to drop because of something. I've
Yeah,
been.
I like
Yeah.
hmm. Yeah, I like just got into uni, so that's about to drop, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A couple coaching sessions. Will I face a team in solo session? DPS. Okay. Yeah. If you have a code, whatever code you want to look at first, we could look at any one of them first. And for if it's a Zen thing or a Scrim thing, we can look at it super lightning fast, and then just give you some quick pointers on that, and then we can get into the Kiriko in terms of how to play her in ranked. If you want to do
Yeah,
that,
okay.
it's up to you. Or we could just spend all the
Um
time on Kiriko. It's your session, so however you want to spend it. Whatever you think you would be
I'll
most
send
useful
like
or curious about.
uh send this one. Those are both Kiriko codes, and I can find a Zen code real quick as well.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the scrim code first, just to quickly go over
Let's pick out like the first loss I find or something.
that. Yeah,
I
and
don't
anything
remember any
goes.
of these games.
Ready for
Are you
battle.
Laren, or are you? No, you're Lego Eater over here.
I'm Lego video.
Intrepid explorers?
Okay, so what do you think your job is in this comp as Kiriko? What do you think you're supposed to do?
Um, Honestly, I've been like struggling with it a lot because like I know how I'd play it. I know how I'd play it in ranked,
Mm-hmm. Okay, we
but
can start
in
there. So how would you play it in ranked?
I mean in ranked, I know that my Lucio player is just gonna literally sit on tank all game.
Right,
So
right.
like, so I'm just gonna try and find an off angle or flank, and if there's a flanker I can go with, I'll try and go with them.
Yeah, perfect. Pretty similar. It's a pretty similar idea. It just depends on how you guys want to play it. Now, mostly how this comp would work is you're going to be playing with your Winston and your Echo mostly, like 90% of the time, and you're going to be building Kitsune Rush, and then the Lucio and Soj should be an off unit to you guys. So how that works is basically like something like this. So you guys are going for the right side rollout, they're going for the left side, doesn't matter. Typically what it would be is stick your Lucio Soj on an island, and then stick the rest of your team somewhere else. So like here, for example, you could do either one. You could send Winston, Kiri, and Echo this direction, and you can kind of shoot from here, take angles, etc. Try to stage, and then the Soj can go this way. But normally, how I see it is actually Soj Lucio comes here, the rest of the team goes here, and then you basically are the main source of healing for your Winston and your Echo, and you just kind of do some damage when you can. But that's your main job, is just to save them and to make sure that they live. And then these guys, the Lucio Soj is supposed to be basically a push-pull. When they give you aggression, your guys are supposed to like increase their aggression here, and then if they get pushed, they have Lucio and Soj slide to get the fuck out, and boops and all that stuff. And then if they get completely collapsed on, you can TP across. That's sort of the idea of how it's typically played in this comp. That's like the main strategy. But you can do it both ways. So you could also, if you want to pair, if your Lucio doesn't like doing that, for example, you can pair with your Sojourn or your Echo. But the main thing to understand, I think, Kiri in an organized setting versus in ranked, is that you don't do things on your own. You're not allowed to. I mean, unless you absolutely have to, it's basically restricted. You don't do things alone anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're like a +1 bully. So you're always looking for +1s. Whenever you feel like you want to split from your team, you're always looking for a +1. You never like wall climbing up to some guy and trying to shoot him in the face and just own the guy and then TP out or something like that and just do that over and over again. That's more of a rank strategy. In this, it's more of like, I want to make sure my teammates engage with something, and then I'm going to help them out in that engagement, and I can be anywhere at any time to do so. And I can, that's the general idea. Let's see how you guys actually play it. Real quick.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Yeah. That guy gets deleted. I mean, whatever. Yeah, so we just kind of all play in a stack. I don't know. It's not something you have too much control over, but if that's something you're curious about, that's generally the idea. Is you're +1ing some guy at all times. So I don't know. I hope that kind of helps clear that up a little bit. It's just like, think of it that way. It's different from ranked, because in ranked that you do things on your own a lot, I think, or at least the way that I like to encourage curious to play is to do stuff on their own a lot. Whereas in yep.
Would that have been different if it wasn't a Echo and if it was a Tracer or Genji? Like, would you want the Lucio to be roaming with them instead?
Typically with the Tracer, because they can get out so well on their own, you don't need to send the Lucio with them as much. But it's fine. You can still do that. So a lot of teams will play Tracer Lucio, and they'll run they'll run at people together, and it can be really aggressive. But I see a lot of teams do Kiri Tracer on like a siding mode, because Kiri can just leave and Tracer can just leave. And so that's pretty good. And then Foxtrot is just an incredible perk for scrims. It's just so good. But that should be your mindset going into all those matches, is like, you should be communicating with your teammate, get to know your DPS players pretty well and who you're most comfortable with, depending on how your Lucio plays. So if your Lucio likes to be the guy who does that, then just like tell him, encourage him to do that, and they can make that bond. But otherwise, it's about communication, where it's just like, when they go to do stuff, say like, I'm coming with you or something like that, or like, just constantly looking for what their opportunities they're spotting is and trying to +1 them, rather than trying to do things yourself. And you're not just sitting back and healing, but it is really important to get that Kitsune Rush over and over and over again. Normally in that comp, you'd be the primary healing. So normally you're going to be, because just, Lucio can't do it. Okay, and this one's a Zen code.
No, that one's also a Kiriko code, but
okay,
I have a Zen code.
We'll look at the Kiriko first, then we can go into Zen.
What's up?
So okay, I think you wrote in your thing, reach champion through Chad angle maxing.
Yeah.
That's a good start to how I think about it. We're speed boosting everybody. So just immediately, I guess we can start with what do you mean by that, and how do you mean to win games as Kiriko in a ranked setting?
I think I mean I've been finding the most success when I'm just playing for myself, like obviously in ranked, and so I want to keep doing that.
Yeah. What do you mean by playing
or like just playing off angles?
Yeah. Okay. So off angling and what's the point of doing that?
Because 99% of the players aren't going to be doing that, so somebody has to, so I'm going to do it.
True, true. Yeah, I mean, it gives value. It diverts attention to you, and you're
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're a strong duelist. Am I on the right one? Yeah, I'm on the right
Oh,
keyboard.
not recently. I've been feeling so lost in the past like 4 days, so it might look a little scuffed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the confidence might affect that a lot because you're playing a very confident, demanding play style for Kiri. If you're angle maxing like this, you can be like psychologically more affected, I'd say, by dips in your play. Right? It can affect you more
Yeah.
because you start losing confidence in yourself. You stop being brave on the angles. You start defaulting back to different strategies and showing a bit of fear, especially as you get higher lobbies too. There's like a thing that I don't know if you've been champion before.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, but when people tend to reach their peak, that's when it starts to ramp up the most in terms of the inconfidence, I'd say, from what I've seen. It's like people will believe, they'll have like this mindset going into a game of like, I don't belong here and I just need to fit in. And every time they rank, they're a little bit, they don't normally have ranked anxiety, but now they do because they're just a little anxious. I'm going to go into a lobby with big name people and I just have to hold my own weight and not troll. And that's my job rather than doing what I did to get here, if that makes sense. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's how you've ever felt, but.
Oh, well, I only just hit GM recently, and I've been doing my best to not feel that way, but I'm sure it's getting to me a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess the first thing that we can check for then, we can look a little bit about how the cooldowns are being used and how you're thinking about the cooldowns as we go. But mostly, I'm interested in how often are you actually doing your angle maxing. So like right here, for example, the first thing I'm noticing as you're rolling up is I don't know if I would. It looks like you're about to go this way.
Yeah, I am, and I think I agree. I could be going a different way, but I think I always see this top left as like so important to get out early on.
Yes, it is. But here's the thing. So just thinking about like specifically Nepal, what typically happens, both teams normally take a TP, or if they don't, they at least use speed, right? They get to these roughly at the same time. They're trying to beat each other. But I think what governs who wins this fight most is actually who takes this space first and who's able
I
to
agree,
command
yeah.
this side angle first. So when you're a character who can succeed at that kind of thing quickly, you've already got far pressuring them anyways. But even disregarding your team comp, don't even care about that. Just thinking like when I come to any type of contested space like this, it's very nice to be able to have immediate access to this instead of having to come out here and somehow risk my life running out in front of them trying to get to that spot. If I can just already have maybe, I don't know, something like this, where you come up at this spot, maybe you wall climb here and you're already creating this angle, you're already contesting anybody else who does this shit. And kind of trapping them. I think it does a lot more for your team because I mean, one thing it can do is it can bait somebody like Hazard to jump out at you, and then boom, a bunch of people shoot him and stuff like that, and then they still trapped in the choke. So immediately, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, okay.
And see, so they come out and notice their positioning. They're immediately, because they get the opportunity because of that stone, they're immediately fanning out this way.
Yeah.
And I think if you were here just to create some space for your team for a little bit to bait these guys away, and then you can use your TP to get back to safety, obviously, if you need to. I think that immediately gives support to your Pharah. It gives a little bit of extra help for your team to get out. It's just really good. So don't give up on the angles, man. Start thinking about them at the start of every match. It needs to be like, it can't be like, you don't want to waste any fights if you want to get the champion. You don't want to waste any fights not doing your strategy if you think you found a good strategy that's ranking you up. And so if you like your strategy and you're confident in your strategy and you want to carry that, we can help you do that. But we need to make sure that you're actually doing it, starting fight one.
Yeah, I think I've been sort of just a little bit torn between a couple of things as well. Is now that I'm playing in like a little bit higher elo, I'm getting a lot more Lucio players.
Yeah.
And it feels really tough to be playing like that with a Lucio that's stacked on your tank.
Yeah.
Just feels like a lot of the times my tank just gets ran over.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that goes back to kind of like in the scrim meta, like typically with the Lucio, your job is to heal this guy, and your job is, and his job is to do what you're gonna do. But like you said, if you don't take the angle, most people won't, and that's just facts. So the way I think about it in a rank setting would be, what can you do? Well, you can start defaulting to just trying to support the Winston and taking a little bit of agency out of your hands, and maybe it'll work out sometimes. But another compensation for Lucio's low healing output, if he's going to stack with the team more and you're going to be the one angling more, is if you can get the damage out fast and you can bait the attention fast to reduce the overall damage that your team takes proactively.
Yeah, 100%.
So for example, in our example here, if they're coming at you, they're not shooting stuff over there. They're not investing cooldowns over there. You know, if you're poking people out here, that makes them less likely to poke out your guys, which means the Lucio healing isn't as felt. And then you can kind of weave back and forth. And I think that's important with Kyrie, so sort of the weaving back and forth. It's like, I think you should almost always start on the angle because it creates so many opportunities. And then you can sort of weave in and out of it. So you can weave here and then, you know, rotate around back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One thing I see with Curious is it's often too much. It's either too much angle, where it's just only ever angle, and they're just brute forcing the angle over and over and over 100 times, or they're only ever main, and maybe they pick something at the start of each fight. They pick one of those strategies unconsciously or consciously. They go with like, I'm gonna do this fight. I'm gonna do that fight. I don't think they're flexible enough mid fight to switching between the styles as the demand is needed.
Yeah.
Anas are like that too. Anas are like, they get really into, I'm going to damage right now or I'm going to support right now, and they kind of forget that you can literally do both if you're like sweating your ass off.
Yeah.
Fall back. Taking the objective.
Pretty simple. So let's see, what should we be doing now? So fight just ended. What would you normally do right now, or what do you think is a good idea to do right now since the fight's over?
Like my Lucio's already going left, so probably swinging right, like where my Winston, or like a similar angle to where my Winston's trying to do.
Yeah.
Or I can, yeah, probably just that, yeah.
Yeah, we can use that kind of plus onesmanship. I think that's good. But what are we actually doing?
Yeah, I am just sitting on top of point.
That's interesting. I wonder why that happens. Do you have any thoughts?
I don't know.
You spotted that really quick, like I should just go with my Winston. I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it probably is like a confidence thing, honestly. I think I like started going on a losing trend, played the face at games, got absolutely shit stomped, and then
So
it's
you
just
really
been,
had,
like
yeah.
bad since then.
What you need to do is you need to just go into quick play and just absolutely own some people for a little bit, just to. Just to
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about going my Smurf just to build the confidence back, and then.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, honestly, it could help you a little bit. I mean, if that's what I want to do for you is figure out, because that's critical to me, because you've said so far in this session already, we've had two different moments where it's like, what should you do? And you're like, boom, I should do this, and I'm like, yeah, I love that. It sounds great. And then both times it's like, well, we didn't do that though, and if it is related to that, finding a way to boost that. Finding a way to boost up that might actually be the greatest benefit to you. Just getting you playing like yourself, because I think you're probably a good player.
Our futures are intertwined.
This is really fun. This is just really chaotic right now. Oh shit!
I know. I'll be honest. I just like kind of forgot that order.
Dude, me too. Me too. I remember the first
like,
fight, but I forgot.
She's doing nothing all game.
Yeah.
And she actually gets a 3k here. Like.
Yeah. Well. So what do you think? What do you think about? Do you think at all about enemy comp when you're playing Kiriko?
Do not provoke me.
It's been one of the things I've been slowly trying to work on, especially because I'm playing more Zen. Like you kind of really need to know on Zen.
Yeah. You know your matchups.
You can't get surprised on that character.
Okay, here's what I would say. I'm gonna write this down because this is something I give to a lot of people, but I think this will help you if you're trying to work on this a bit. Is tab abusing, and then I'll put strongest against you and weakest against you. Okay, what are we at in this VOD? So we're at 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay, so see this hero page? You have all these heroes in the game, right? What you need to do, you probably already have a lot of these, but I need you to determine, as Kiriko, when you look at all of these characters, you need to be able to sort them into one of two categories. If you want, you can do a third category, which is like neutral, but I would prefer if you try to all in it into one or the other direction. So, for example, we can do one. Cassidy. Is this guy strong against you or weak against you?
Honestly kind of neutral. I think it's cooldown dependent. I think
Okay.
it's whoever looks at the other first.
Perfect. So then you would sort that into your box. Okay. Now we'd go to another one. Widow.
If you're in range, like really, Kiriko.
Perfect. So that's what you need to do. You need to do this for all the characters and have like a strong idea of like a good idea of who you're strong against and who you're weak against. Because you're a character who can abuse and has a lot of freedom to move between angles. So you can abuse that power. And if you analyze the
Find my own path.
so if you're in a match like this and you look at the enemy team, what do you see? Tell me about each character. Who are you strong? Or you could even boil it down to you can just do 2 per game. So who are you strongest against on their team, and who are you weakest against on their team?
I'd say I'm weakest against Reaper or Hazard.
Okay, perfect. And then who are you strongest?
Probably
against?
strongest against Widow if I can get in range.
Perfect. All right, that's how you do it, and I need you to do that. If you want to practice a skill, tab abuse. So we're pressing tab in between every fight. Every time we're dead, we're always pressing tab, so that we can remind ourselves on the enemy team. And each time we press tab, we just quickly look over there and remind yourself who you're strong against, who you're weak against. Because my theory is sort of that the more time you spend in the game around the people that you're strongest against, the more successful you will be. The more time you spend around the people you're weak against, the less successful you will be. And I think just reminding that will prime and inform your positioning and which angles you take and what you're looking for during the fights. So for example, right at the beginning, if we had taken note that they had a Widow because we were tab abusing, I think we probably would have been informing our positioning in terms of looking for that Widow so that we can abuse that strong matchup. Would you agree?
I do agree. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because if I was playing Kiriko and I'm against a Widow, I'm thinking about the strong matchup. I'm like, oh, I want to find that guy wherever he's going, and I want to harass him and own him in 1v1s, and just make his life horrible. And that means I also want to spend. I don't want to really tangle with Reaper or Hazard if I don't have to. If I'm not forced to do it to defend my life or something like that, or save a teammate that's being owned by them, I'd prefer to just avoid those guys in my positioning. I'd prefer to just every time I have the option between, because you had options in that previous fight. You had all these different choices you can make.
Yes.
Okay, we're trying to rush and help that guy. But so, like right now, what if you were thinking about it that way? Let's say, our Winston's pretty fucked up, so we probably have to heal him.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I saw the Reaper, but if I did see the Reaper, then he's there. I saw Hazard jumped to chase.
Yeah.
Winston, I believe. I don't see him now, but I believe he chased. And I know there was a big fight on that choke. So I can't be assured that Widow's gonna be there, but I know that Kiriko and Moria are probably pushing through there, like right now.
So what should you do?
So
What do you think?
I could look to try and kill the Kiriko because I do have safe TPs.
Yeah, I agree. Nice shot. Nice. So the Widow shooting, I think you're aware of it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I think you just trust that that guy is going to get it. I think my instinct might have been to TP to him just to confirm it, but I mean, it's Vendetta against a Widow. She's going to get it. So I think you played it.
He deserves it.
Yeah. Okay, so right here, what we'll be doing, we'd be pressing tab. We'd be reminding ourselves about the matchups, and this is also going to catch every swap that happens. Is just making sure that we're always doing this. We never miss a swap, because missing one swap or getting owned by it can be game defining.
I don't know why it took me so long, but I finally told myself to stop playing earlier here.
Yeah, I think so. I think a good thing for you to have is something to do mid fight, because it seems like you're not up to much in between fights. It seems like you're not really up to much in between these fights in terms of planning your positioning against one of the characters you're strong against or avoiding the characters you're weak against. I think oftentimes it could just be taking a neutral position that's somewhere where you can see your Winston just to help him out a little bit, but then being able to quickly top him up and then very quickly access an angle. So anyways, let's keep seeing him. This whole time I'm wondering, where's the Widow?
She was in that fight somehow.
Yeah, she's somewhere.
I don't know what other Kiriko will do.
It's the game. It's game over if you win. You might as well.
No, it disappeared. It didn't go through the point.
Oh wait, what?
I think it's because I turned that second. Oh, what? What is that?
I can't explain that one.
I feel scammed by that.
That's a scam. He's got scammed. Okay. Okay, next round. Okay, so tab abuse would inform us now that they have 2 different characters than they had before, 3 different characters than they had before. So they have new characters. What do you think about the answering the question now?
Bat. So like, I like shooting Bat, but it's kind of hard to kill Bat. So I wouldn't be going for that kill as much as I would be Kiriko. Widow's obviously the same. Echo is pretty hard to kill.
Yeah.
It's still. I mean, it's doable, but it's hard. So probably just best matchup is still Widow. Worst matchup is probably Echo.
Yeah, I think that it's like certain matchups, like when you're good against them, they have certain conditions. Like you're talking about with Cass is like cooldown matchup, right? With Widow, you're talking about range. So when you think about the matchups, it can also inform you how you take your angles and the way that you do so, and not just what angles you take. So it'll help you find the angle because you're looking for him, but also it's like, what do you have to do to kill the Widow? You normally have to surprise her. So you might start playing now much more as like, I need to be the surprise Kiriko or whatever, just because my strongest matchup currently in this game is the Widow. So now I'm looking way more for the surprise angle rather than just a random spam angle or something like that, or some sort of, you know, I think those things.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a good example. This is what happens when you get into a fight with somebody who you've identified. So if you've identified that that guy's strong against you, let's say in the game, which I mean in this game you didn't, but if you were saying like Echo is strong against me, it's possible to kill him, but it's not really one of my favorable targets. How could you maybe take this encounter differently with that knowledge?
I mean, like I think starting this fight is fine, but I think I should just always TP stickies.
Yeah. But so what I'm thinking is, this guy's strong against me, so I'm kind of afraid of him. I'm not afraid to fight him, but I'm gonna be, every time I'm against anybody that's strong against me, I need to be super cautious. If I'm playing super cautious, what I'm gonna try to do might be, instead of running out after him, I might be trying to headshot that guy from here, and I might be trying to keep playing cover in my room here. You know, if he reacts to me and tries to take this, now I have the Mega and I can lure it, but I want an advantage or something, right? Because he already has the advantage, we've decided, so I want to equalize that. By running at his face, we're giving him everything he wants, basically.
Yeah.
So it needs to be like every time you get into, like, if you end up in those disadvantaged matchups, then we need to make sure that we're playing the matchup properly. Here we're just not. We're playing this like as if he was the Widow. We're just running at his head.
Yeah, I think that makes sense too, and specifically for this matchup. Like, if you can fight Echo in a doorway or like close thing like this, it actually is kind of good for Kiriko because you can just land every body shot, you eventually kill her faster.
Yeah, and it's just thinking about those things in the game rather than retrospectively. Like, we can see that now, but in the game it didn't happen. But if we can get that thought process working in the game, which I think it really helps when you're dead or in between rounds, because, you know, it's just frequently reminding you over and over. It's pesky, but I literally had people like say it out loud. Like, I've had them like say out loud when in between fights when they're dead, I want you to press tab and say out loud who I'm strongest against, who I'm weakest against. Do that for like a week, and your brain will just automatically have it all memorized, and it will just start doing it on its own, and you won't have to really focus on it anymore. But that'll make sure that you just don't make dumb mistakes. Because now you're going to be super ready to TP if he stickies you. You're going to be super ready to, you know, do these things, and you're not even going to run at him like that. You're going to play it like this. But it'll change how you play the game. It'll make much fewer mistakes.
I've got you.
And who knows? Maybe you're not even fighting that guy. Maybe you're after the Widow. Oh!
You really need a scope to do that?
Get his ass. Yeah, don't be afraid. Keep widening this, I'd say. Keep widening this. Shooting and moving. Ah. Okay, cool. We still got it. I was a little worried we might lose the kill just because we weren't widening enough while we were shooting.
Yeah, I do get that. There is a world where I don't get any kills there.
Yeah.
Thought you needed the help.
Okay, so here we go again. There's the bad matchup, but this time we have a bubble. So cool. We can fuck off. Okay, so now we're tab abusing. We're looking at them. What's changed?
They're not Widow anymore. They're in Cass.
Okay. So now surprise isn't as good for us, like the sneaking, like, because if they still had a Widow, you might actually like do something like this, where you might sneak over here and just see if you can get a quick free kill or something like that, or even sneak this far if you can and try to do something that nasty to the Widow. But they don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So that changes things.
I will point out, like, I don't hate using Suzu and TP to try and fight a Cass if they're not running like Ana or something.
Sure, yeah. If that's the case, I mean, it's up to you. You get to decide how you feel about the matchups, and you can update it as you go. I kind of like the Kiri into Cass matchup, personally, when I play
Yeah.
Kiri. His head's really big, and he has less health than he used to now.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's pretty winnable. But you just have to be careful with it. So you need to respect the matchup. And so if you're planning to use those, like, you know, think about having the plan to, when you take that engagement, I'm probably going to use those things.
Your cross, my ultimate is charging.
Yeah, I don't mind this. You can just farm here. Yeah. I was going to say, it's like, maybe we can start trending towards that left angle if nothing happens for a little while. But yeah, there's nothing
I
really to
didn't.
do.
I think I just sat in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like a gentle rain.
Oh my god.
Battle ignites me. That's what I like to
Nice
Yeah,
cover
guys.
usage though. Like, don't get
see. You.
just don't get overwhelmed and try to run at them. This is good. I think you're playing it well. I don't even mind the Kitsune there. I think you played that pretty well, but I mean, it's just a really nasty play for your team chose to fight. But, you know, yeah, good. You almost got that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear him on the right. We need you. This is like, it's been too long since you've taken your last angle. I think we need you.
I agree.
I think we need you to recover here and pick one. Since you're closer to this one, it's probably this one, and it's probably just like a quick investigation over here.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think I ever take this angle. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just it's
But
really
like looking at it, I like it.
yeah, because right, you're so safe here. And that's really all it is. It just needs to be just that momentary like distraction pull adds so much to your team more than you standing here doing this. So anytime you find yourself standing here just kind of doing this, it's like, yeah, we're on the back foot, yeah, we're trying to recover, but even during that time, it's just not that valuable for you to like assist in that like in this kind of attrition that's going on here. It's just not that valuable compared to the value you probably get from doing a quick one of these, you know, being here doing a quick one of these, getting that attention and distraction, potentially threatening a kill, and then just TPing back to doing this again while you wait for your cooldowns. You only ever want to be doing this, I think, in between cooldown cycles.
Yeah.
So whenever you don't have your cooldowns, that's when you sit here and do this. But when when you do have your cooldown cycle, I think it's time to go. It's time to find something.
Or like if I do have a Lucio that's gonna be taking those angles
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been so long. And our team's suffering because of it. You were taking angles before and doing stuff before, but it's been so long since you've done something. I think our team's starting to suffer because of it. It's much more attention than the Winston's been handling throughout the entire game. You've been doing more, and I think now he's not reacting well to the extra attention. Plus, they've changed the matchups for him, so it's even more difficult for him. So I think it's now more important than ever for us to start leveraging some of our angles.
Yeah, 100%.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Nice, fine. And look at that. I mean, just look.
I know, it's so much easier to walk through.
Engaged.
Yeah, we just like as soon as we go do something, it just immediately becomes like you're essentially one versus all of them. You have one guy over here.
Yeah, I mean, and I think he died 1-for-1, and it helped a lot.
Yeah. But so
Like even that death
so even
helps.
he kind of did it too. But yeah, just
Yeah,
you
true.
doing something like this is immediately opening up the options for your team. It's starting to feel a lot less doomer than it was, 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Kiriko playing that.
Oh, you're putting a lot of faith in that bubble.
The battle ignites me.
If you shot that, you might die. I don't know.
I don't think it was charged enough.
I don't think it was. Yeah. But since there's two people in the line of sight, it might.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know.
My gift to you.
Cool. Yeah, I like the aggressive positioning. There's our unfavorable matchup. So, wait, don't Suzu him.
Yeah.
Reading the tunes.
We'll write that down. Don't Suzu opponents.
Okay. Here I hear cats.
Cool. Yeah, we're just waiting on our cool. Ooh. waiting on our cooldowns. We're just waiting on our cooldowns, man. Do that 3 seconds later.
My feet are on the objective. Push them out.
But still nice. I think nice that you're on the angle. Nice that you're protecting angles.
I get what you mean though, yeah. Like if he lands the headshot, I'm just dead. Actually,
Your
I
prospects
was
are
trying to
looking better.
think the HP if he did land the headshot. I don't think he did. Yeah.
I think you're probably okay in most situations there, but just wait for the things.
Yeah.
You didn't play it horribly, but it could be situation's slightly different. You don't even know what's up there. You know you hear cast. Who else might be there? Might be able to move.
Hey,
I like your Vendetta spot. That's a good Junkrat spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think don't give up on the angles here. Don't give up on the angles here. Oh! See the difference is like he gets so close to you just because you weren't, messing with it. I think I would have started messing with it a little bit earlier. And
I didn't even know the right click headshot and flash just killed as well. It killed me so fast.
Use the it was a silver bullet.
Yeah.
I think it does for 225. Yeah.
It does, yeah. Like I didn't know that it just took me out.
Does he have bang bang? I think maybe it's because of both the bang bang hits you in the corner like that.
Probably,
Maybe it won't. It probably won't normally kill you, but either way. Yeah, but if you had been a little bit more, because we end up stuck here for a while doing this, but I don't really think we are getting any value doing this. We're just breaking a bubble with our team.
Okay.
Whereas if we had just been like, even if we're just back here like this, just so we can see the angle, but like being ready to move to this angle, we would have caught this guy before he comes up right on our ass and kills us instantly.
Yeah. Would you say like if I had a different tank there, like if I had a tank who really wants that bubble broken?
Yeah, I'd say so. And the thing too is like, the thing too is that your guy is playing inside the bubble, so you can't provide any of that healing anyways. I think it's not terrible to shoot bubble. There's just almost always a better use of your time than doing it. If you have literally no other option, but right here we do have another option. So it's like if we have access to an angle, then we do so. But if we're like stuffed and we're stuck and you don't have any cooldowns, shoot the bubble by all means.
Well, would you say like if it was like a Malgra or someone and like he wants the bubble gone, and he just wins the angle if the bubble's gone?
Yeah, it'll die a lot faster too, so it would take less of your time. So yes, so if it's somebody
Yeah,
who
okay.
can like shred that shit, then yeah, you can help in that, and it'll make it disappear really quickly. But since that one's gonna last forever, you're basically solo killing. You're basically solo killing the bubble. I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, monkey doesn't have the perk anymore.
I don't give up that easily.
Winston.
Cool. I should use my gates last fight as well. I should look at percentages. We wouldn't have had like a good retake without it.
Oh God, how could this happen to? Okay, yes. It's all quite rushed. It's so desperate here. So desperate. I think it's
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, we had to win the fight beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Let's see how they like my Tesla cannon's new law.
If we do this
Do you do
right,
ult tracking in your
they
script?
won't even know what happened.
A little bit, not enough, but we've been doing better with it.
There could be something to also add into your tab abuse, just knowing what ults to expect if you want to go that far, because it'll help you in scrims too. Is if you're tab abusing, you might as well be ult tracking at the same time. That's up to you. I don't know how much that will actually help you on Kiri.
I think it's good for Kiri.
Yeah, it
So
might.
when to save Suzu.
What I like to do is when I'm with my team or when I do team coaching, I normally appoint somebody to be the what do I have guy or what do they have guy. So it's just your job is to say what do they have. That's it. And when
Oh
you say-
yeah, like not even know what they have, but you just have to prompt it.
Yeah, you have to prompt it, and then it triggers itself. So in scrims, you could be the what do they have guy. I mean, you could just be every time a fight ends, what do they have, or when a fight's getting ready to start, what do they have. That's really that's OP in terms of ult tracking because it gets your whole team to do it if nobody's dedicated to doing it. But you could also be
'Cause
doing
a
that
lot
when
of
you-
people are good at it, they just don't think about it.
Yeah. And that's the same thing for you in ranked. You could do that if you think it will help you in your ranked games. I mean, it's good to know what they have. So I mean, if when you're looking at tab and reminding yourself of the matchups and checking on anything changes, like even if nothing changes, just remind yourself so that it keeps you focused and oriented, because focus is huge for improvement and consistency, which is what you need to get to kind of GM kind of champion. You need that consistency more than anything. Your mechanics are good. But ult tracking as well.
I'll find my own path.
Okay, so here, so it's like what I'm expecting you to do is what happened last time, which is that this is first fight. I'm not going to take an angle immediately. I'm going to play main and heal my Winston a little bit, and then maybe peel
Yeah.
off for an angle later. What might you do differently, thinking about the matchups?
Like, I should immediately be going left here. I think.
I
and
like left too. Yeah,
Yeah, going up that thing and then playing around this pillar.
yeah, I agree. I like.
And
this
if I
angle.
like, if no one's on the left height, I can even go further. If anyone's on the mega, I can fight them there.
Yeah, and the reason I like it too is like, especially against dive tanks, it's like Kiriko is juicy bait. So whenever she's on an angle like
Yeah.
that, even if it's an angle like this where it's not particularly aggressive, it's just an angle that he can see. This immediately can be juicy bait for this guy to like, haha, I'm gonna shut down this Kiri. It's like, I don't even care. I will literally just go over here or somebody else with my TP. Now now you've invested your cooldowns and I've gotten all this stuff out of you for TP. Plus he's taking a ton of damage. So I call them like inting spots. Like sometimes it's good just to have an angle because somebody might int you there, and if nobody does, then nothing really changes. But if somebody does int you, then you're winning.
Yeah, and then it's like you're not even like a Reaper or something doing that because you still have range.
Yeah.
You just
yeah.
TP out and just spam.
Yeah, you don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Your prospects are looking better.
God, so much work. So much work. There's gonna be chores, man. Nice. Nice use of the angle here. This is good.
On the objective. Push
Yeah.
them out.
You just had to do a lot of chores, but I mean that's kind of how it is for Kiri. You just got to do your chores sometimes. That matchup is the pro
I
stuff.
think me not starting on the angle as well gave me more work to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a pattern. I think I've noticed it all 3 times. So even when we were very first fight of second of Nepal on Sanctum, you also rolled out just like completely main when you could even just peeling off like 30 degrees. So even just being like a little bit further like than the rest of your team. So if your team's all in a straight line, for example, from here to the elephant's ass, if you're just standing here by this pillar or whatever, that's immediately widening an angle. It immediately makes the fight better for your team. Just that slight difference in positioning is so important. Oh. Oh well.
Yeah, eggplant.
They speak words about eggplant. He's known. Okay, I like it. Yeah, you did your chores. Come on. Oh, your bad matchups out here though.
I know. I got out here and I looked at it and I just kind of hated it.
Yeah.
I wish I went left.
Yeah, I'd say it's okay to have favorites too. Like it's completely fine to have favorites when it comes to the angles you take on Kiriko or really any character. I think
I think if you're attacking into defending, you kind of have to be coming out here with people.
Yeah, and I think that like just like the range of your character as well, it just informs a lot of this positioning. Where it's just like, I don't think you should ever come out here on Kiriko unless your whole team's coming out here, because you're just out of range of everything. Everything that could possibly be going on, you're gonna be hucking Suzus across the map. You're gonna be super on an island, so when you TP, it's gonna be like kind of forced to be one of these guys here because you're just so far. Whereas over here, you have all the options. So it's just that will be a common theme on Kiriko. You'll find a lot of matches. There's just angles that are bad for her.
Time
Oh well.
to try again.
You can pick favorites. And you go. It's another one of the things you're allowed to pick what it is. And just probably always do that. It's fine. Yeah, just solving this problem. Doing our chores. I mean, we're doing extra chores right now. We don't need to be doing. We can.
Yeah.
Here we are again on
I
this.
think I was waiting there at the high noon, but yeah, I could have gone all the way left. And still been
Yeah, it
out
could
of
have been making progress in your pathing, I think.
I agree.
Coming.
I'm on this angle again.
Yeah, we just ended up out here again. Similarly, last time it didn't work. Why did it not work? Because it's just not in your range. Sure. Solving problems. We got a ton of rush on. Kitsune rush, yep. Don't get caught up with this guy. Yeah, don't get confused either. Don't waste your time in it. It's not really a good matchup for you. So like, even though you have Kitsune rush and you can fend for yourself against him, I just don't really see the point while we have Kitsune rush while their team is on the back foot here of not just like TPing in and just enhancing the aggression using Suzu instead of using it on yourself with the Winston. I don't think
Yeah,
getting that
I think
Winston.
that had to have been a bit lower for that to have been Like probably if his all his armor was gone already.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
If he's like super dead, obviously, but like, you know, it looked like you'd have to go through quite a lengthy duel. Just go in, just keep going. And what I'm thinking about that, I'm not thinking about like, oh, the team's on the back foot, and that's when you have to go in. I'm just thinking like every time I'm ever near a matchup that I don't like, I'm always thinking like, do I need to be in this one? Can I get out of this? Can I get to a better matchup somehow? I'm just always thinking about where is my best matchup. Oh my God, that silver bullet. Nice, good help. Get out of there! What are you doing? Ah!
He was tilted with me from earlier in the game. So
No!
he's AFK.
No! That was so one. That was such a one.
I know.
My future's bright.
He was tilted from my last 2 kitsunes, or like not my like the last kitsune on first point and the last one on second point. So,
yeah.
I don't
Oh
know.
well. What do you feel about this?
I mean, I don't hate it, but like,
It's
I
not
think
the
left
worst
side's
place
still
you could
better.
be.
I could be wider as well.
Yeah. It's not the worst place you could be, and you have your piece
Not
of
a
cover
wider,
here
but
if you need
closer.
to. But yeah, like a little bit closer could be good if you're gonna do this. You could even do this. But I think everything on this side of the map is better for you.
Yeah, I
for
do
your
agree.
character, for your hero. What is good for my hero? Do yourself this question. I'm gonna put that here.
Hmm.
Do yourself this question. Every map, what are the favorable angles for my hero and my range? You just need to like obviously you know these things. I'm not trying to like patronize you,
Yeah, no, I know.
but it needs to be like because you keep taking these wide angles like this where it's like out in the middle of nowhere.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, so you're not doing it. So you need to, you can start to associate this. So like from now on, for example, you're not going to forget this. Whenever you're on Nepal, I don't think you're probably ever going to play over here on Kiriko again, unless your entire team is playing over here. If the entire team's
Yeah,
playing over
probably
here, then
only
maybe.
playing like organized play if we call it.
Yeah, right. You'll probably always be like trying to fight for this side, trying to do something on this side from now on, because that's going to be burned into your brain, because now you've thought about it and have a conversation about that. But you're going to need to do that for all the maps, you know, as you go, so that you can make sure you can spend as little time as possible fucking around. It's like something I teach with like Junkrats and Ventures. They're a very short range character. So, but yet, and so they're really good in like the little close quarter environment, like a room like this. But it's like,
Yeah.
so oftentimes I'll find them fighting here or fighting here or you know, these different things where it's like, just spend more time in the places and the areas of the map that are good for your hero, and I promise you'll succeed more. You just improve the amount of time you're spending. That's it, literally it. You don't have to kill people, just spend more time. So now we're in this. Oh man.
It's just so awkward. That's a thing I've been feeling with my games most recently. Is I just feel awkward.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It really like you feel awkward. You feel kind of clumsy. And
Yeah, clumsy is a good word.
Yeah. This one looks like that's the end. Yeah, that's the end.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, what are we doing on time? Oh man, my head. I got a nasty headache starting.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a little bit more time if you want to look at more Kiri, or if you want to investigate just a little bit of stuff on Zenyatta. Has anything been useful so
Yeah.
far? Is anything standing out as like something that can be helpful?
It's definitely useful. It's kind of like a lot of it's stuff I know, but it's stuff I need to hear as well. Like,
I think it's stuff you need to hear, but I think one of the critical things for players who are getting near GM too is it becomes this difficulty of I'm always seeing this problem of I know the thing, but I'm not doing the thing. And really what my job is
Yeah.
just to try to come up with a way so that you do the thing.
yeah, just it's a good reminder that I have been doing the right thing.
Yeah.
There's no real reason
But-
to change it.
But it is up to you right now to come up with a way so that you will do the thing. So figuring out
Mhm.
what, being aware, being emotionally aware that you're feeling less confident, okay? And that can be distracting you from succeeding, and that can be discouraging you from taking the angles that you feel like you could take. Being aware of that's important because that's identifying a factor. Okay, maybe I could increase my confidence, or maybe now I know that that's getting in my way. If you're just going through it randomly, going through life, going through your games, you don't know what's going on, and then that's how you get into a loss streak. That's how you start. That's how you start plummeting, because
Oh yeah.
yeah, because then just random things are happening to you and you don't understand them, so you have no way to fix them or improve them. Or then you end up, getting coached and being told all the stuff you already know, But so that's why I have these in here. Just remember so much. I need you to remember that strongest enemy against you, strongest enemy or weakest enemy against you. You need to remember that and be repeating it. You need to be tab abusing.
I'll do that. Yeah.
That's going to get you started. And I think do the question to yourself every map where when you're starting the map, I don't care if it's during the pick phase or whenever. As soon as the map is determined, just kind of run your head through. You won't know that you won't be burdened down by having to think about the enemy comp yet. You already know what you're playing. So just think about what map you're on and be like, what are the, for example, Suravasa. We were just looking at this.
Ready for battle.
This is not the same code.
This is not, no.
But we don't need to look at it. What I wanted to show you is just like when your team came out, you had this angle on Kiri, I believe.
I did, yeah.
And the reason Soj Lucio is better in this spot and Kiri is better in this spot is that look at the Kiri angles. Isn't this just better for Kiri? Like these types of angles, yeah, where they're like tighter, closer.
I agree, it's better, but like I feel like it's better for Lucio too. But
Yeah.
I guess there's also like the interaction of Soj Lucio and him being able to peel,
Yeah.
and also me having better healing from a monkey.
Yeah. But just so like in your rank games, for example, like what I mean for doing the question to yourself is okay, I'm on I'm on Suravasa, so I know that the first point is going to be at this location. So I'm just immediately thinking real quick. It's like okay, I like this side over here. Like when I'm running out of spawn and I'm walking towards this direction, first fight I'm thinking like these are the types of places that I like to play, or these are types of things I like to do. But I don't like to do these things over here, so I'm not going to find myself doing things over here. Or maybe you do, but I mean, you get to pick. Like I say, it's
I think
up
if you're
to you.
defending, you can. But
Yeah, it's up to you.
it's weird.
But doing that, every map all the time. So like this map, boom.
Ready for battle.
First point, you're in spawn. You're in spawn. So where are you thinking? It's like that you would like to maybe go contest as Kiriko.
I've mostly been going onto that left like blue box, this close one, and then just slowly going wider and wider until I'm on the stairs on that left.
And then maybe coming up here.
Oh no, sometimes, but mostly on like going all the way wide.
Oh, out here.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So then you have a spot for that, and then when you come to here, you have a it's basically you get the idea of just like having your spots, having your places that you like to go, where you like to mess around, and not catching yourself in bullshit ones. Same thing goes for like another would be like Lijiang Gardens, right? You're probably gonna play gardens you're gonna either cross bridge and play point, or you're gonna play like white room side angles and stuff like that. But you're probably you're gonna go all the way to that mega hut that's on the far outside next to the cliff on gardens.
Yeah.
But you're probably not going to play around in just the courtyard throwing daggers across the entire thing. It's just not really a
Yeah.
good use of your time. All right. We got a little bit more time, so how would you like to spend the rest of our time together?
I think if we look at a Kiri code, it's just gonna be the same stuff. So I'm happy to go through the Zen code for whatever time we have left.
Sure. Yeah, we can take a quick look at that.
But yeah, I don't really remember this game. I might once we start watching.
This
it.
stuff helps you on Zenyatta too, by the way. It'll help you on most characters, but I think really what you need is because Kiri is such an angler, so she has that agency, whereas Zenyatta is very slow. Zenyatta just needs to kind of know how to position based on what he's afraid of, whereas Kiri needs to know who she's going to victimize more. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Zenyatta code right there. My bad. I didn't even realize you already sent it.
Yeah. Oh, good.
This is probably my favorite hero. I like this hero a lot.
Yeah, I've been loving playing Zen.
Ready for battle.
5.
I joke that the barrier to entry for Zen into champion or into really high rank is how well you're able to duel a tracer.
That makes sense.
If you can beat a
especially
GM,
because there's always a tracer.
yeah, if you can beat a GM tracer, then you can be in GM as Zenyatta. If you can beat a champion tracer, then you can be in champion as
Well,
Zenyatta.
Viz is a tracer one trick, so.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to fight that guy, and I like to proactively fight those guys, but that's just gonna be a lot of what you're doing in this game is going to be having to deal with that guy before you can do your stuff, and doing as much stuff as you can while he's not on you. But sometimes I even like to go looking for them, just to piss them off. we hear him. And yeah, I like this. This is exactly what I would be doing. I'd be looking for this dude. Nice. This is such an awful Zen map. Holy shit.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the tightest of all of the Samoa maps. Things that are really good on Zen is when you have angles like this. By the way, long ass. He's not. You're kind of playing him like Kiriko here. I don't mind it. You can play Zen like this because he has no footsteps. But normally I like to. If
Yeah,
you're
exactly. You have to play Assassin's Zen.
Yeah, if you want to play Assassin's Zen, then go play Assassin's Zen. I think right now, what I'm immediately noticing is that you're playing backline Zen right here, but in the assassin spot. So either go assassinate
what you
somebody, or
mean.
you should chill back here and literally just shoot down this line and kill as many people as you can.
I think I wanted to do that, but if Trace is there, like.
Yeah, she's there, but I don't think she's there right now. And if she is there, we fight her ass, and if we lose, we die, and if we win, we kill more. Nice work. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it gets us under. We're just not getting any. We're not really getting any damage out there. Beautiful, beautiful staggers. Oh, that's a lot of damage you're taking out here. Cool. Nice. Yeah, kick his ass. Yeah. So here you have options. And basically what I'm always thinking about on Zen is like, what's the most effective turret spot to be? Typically it's actually not on a high ground position unless you're at a significant risk. So like being up here, for example, if the enemy stream's trying to push that choke, you know, this is an okay turret spot, but I actually would prefer this. Oh, fuck, I accidentally pressed the button. I would prefer this if they are pushing that, just because I love the ability to just like beam headshots down this single line right here and just left click forever. So finding your turret spot is generally the thing that you do as Zen, unless you're going for an assassination or you want to go with a specific DPS. Like if you, especially if you're in comms with the DPS, or something has happened where a DPS you really trust them, you can go on angles with them and look for trouble. So like let's say this Cassidy, you know, I'm liking what this Cassidy's putting down, and he starts heading left up here. I might head left up here with him with the Harmony Orb and just like confront whatever we find, because we have good matchup against Tracer. So, but you can either do that, or you can find your turret spot, which might be somewhere like here. It's typically something with a nice bit of cover. I really like on Zen. Are there any on this map? Not really. I like thin pieces of cover on Zen. This isn't a good example because you can't rotate around this, but I love things like this on Zenyatta. Very, very useful. Whenever you can find these on Zen, they're like super awesome.
In a close duel, or
basically, yeah, this is like Tracer armor, essentially. So when a Tracer is fighting you, now here there's like a hole here on the ground, but a big piece of cover like this one, it can kind of work because the Tracer starts fighting you, right? Oh no, I'm being attacked. I can rotate like this and then lure her into my shots and pre-aim her. So like when the Tracer's chasing me, I'm gonna float around like this as Zen, and I'm gonna aim here.
Yeah, but if you don't land that first shot, it's kind of scuffed.
Yeah, because then you can't rotate around another piece. The reason I love these is because you can just keep going, more chances, forcing her to blink, and pre-aiming her. And you get so many opportunities to take her out or force her to recall when you have these little things, because it stalls so much time being able to block those bullets. So that's why I love pieces of cover like that. Now here we don't really have one, but whenever you can find those on Zen, they're super good. Like, for example, we were just talking about Legion Gardens. You know that little...
Yeah.
There's that little thing in Legion Gardens. That's an amazing anti-tracer spot. It works for Sombra too, because you get harassed by Sombra
every
a lot.
Legion map has something like that.
Or Ball as well. Ball also likes to... It's good against Ball, Sombra, and Tracer. Anybody who has to shoot you a lot and needs constant line of sight of you to whittle you down, being able to rotate in circles around a thing like that, really good. But yeah, I want my turret spot, and I want to be shooting in from my turret spot. So I want to be, like, right now, I want to be here and just, like, abusing this ridiculous range I have to just shoot left clicks down this. Not even right clicking, just shooting left clicks down this line.
I eventually go left again. That was a misclick.
We were just celebrating that guy's death.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember that one. I was thinking in my head, I want to take the alt perk, and then I just pressed alt.
Yeah, see, this
So I
is
just kind of
this whole time,
tricked my brain.
I would really like to be like you come up to help that guy or whatever, but I really like to be rotating back to anything that's like my turret spot again, where it's like here, because when those guys start pushing, I want to be laying down left clicks like crazy right here.
But I still do that even though like my Lara was already there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't mind, like, as Zenyatta, you have so much damage pressure that it's so valuable for you to get to a turret spot that even if other people are contesting that same angle on your team, I would still take it because it's just so good for you. If you want to hunt people like you're doing here, that's fine too. I didn't realize you were about to go after some, go look for trouble. But we lost our trance, so this is kind of scary. But whatever,
Yeah, and
we
I
kill him.
overstay. Yeah.
Yeah, we kill him. Now the
Now I
idea
need to chill, but I repeat this is another
yeah,
time
now
and
you need to
die.
rotate back to the turret spot and start abusing it right here. Whatever longest angle you can find like this where you can just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, because now they know I'm here, it just doesn't work.
Good. But even here, so like this little line right here is fine to literally just like get value by laying down left clicks. You don't have to right click through here. You don't have to find like a new angle that goes around something. You can literally just force that shield down by left clicking this through this little gap. If he ever drops it, you're shooting things through here. Somebody might get hurt. Like right there, for example. Like right there. So if you're putting these left clicks down, he's getting hurt. But also it's potentially hitting the Sojourn, potentially hitting the Juno. Just putting like, boom, left click, left click, left click. I think people right click too much on this Euro. Oh yeah. I mean it's a meaty right click, but I'd just be still here. I'd just be still. There's nothing wrong with this spot. I'm perfectly safe. I'm just laying down left click, left click,
I think
And
repeating right clicks is a bit weird, unless I'm doing it for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, right now we're kind of scared, so it's fine to be doing this.
This ends now.
But I think this is how we abuse value as Zen. It's like, see how Sigma continues to maintain all of this space, and it's pretty annoying. I think we need to really just bust down that shield as fast as we can. Just keep putting pressure down on our long sight lines as much as we can, rather than doing this like now we're kind of playing Assassin Zen, but from 100 miles away.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice try. You actually almost made it through. You just got stuck on the Okay, awful Zen map. Let's see if we can keep going. Not awful play necessarily, but that map is just, your choices are low. Okay, this one's another good one. I think this one's not bad.
Map.
Yeah, this map is not bad. Okay, your guy gets owned. Go. Unless you. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Patience. Let's go.
I'm also annoyed about this. I could have killed both, but I didn't even kill one.
Nearly. I would have. I think you jumped the gun. Like, I would have.
Yeah,
I would
it
have.
felt like a free shot, but I could have waited an extra second, I guess.
Yeah, just keep walking after him, see what happens, or walk up to the Sojourn, so you tap him, because nobody knows you're here. So I like to. If nobody knows I'm there at all, I love to just float my ass up, and then I'm just owning this guy close range, double tap, headshot, dead. Like the Zen damage changes were so nice for this character when it comes to like just anybody in pretty much everybody in the game. You 2-tap to the head with Discord. And it's just that's the assassination every time. Don't charge or right click behind them, nothing like that. Just do like you were doing there, where you go up right behind them, Discord them, boom boom, and that's the idea.
Points as good as ours.
Harmony follows.
Okay, so we have a decent turret angle. I think there's nothing wrong playing this spot and literally just left clicking down this time a million times. As long as there's a bunch of enemies in a clump, you love these little lineup spots like this. So I would just be left clicking like crazy right here. Okay, that guy's pushing you out. We're running for our life. Running into. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think you should be more patient in all aspects of Zenyatta. I think it's okay to let the fight develop without doing very much. So like this guy pushes you out, whatever. I'm just gonna back out. I don't have to be too aggressive. I can back out here, and I can just lay down my left clicks from here, and just be patient. Let the fight develop, and if the fight goes bad, it goes bad.
Yes.
But the main thing we haven't seen yet is we haven't seen any good Zen turreting, and I think that's probably something that could serve to help us a lot. The Tracer hasn't really even been a problem yet.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're in a fight. Cool, so here,
Sticks me, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna stick you. Unfortunate. I was
Yeah.
gonna say here, use this piece of cover to try to pre-aim him. It's just that like I think you understand what I mean. Where they always blink around the corner, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
And so just being ready for him there when he comes around and baiting him into that.
My ultimate is almost
But
ready.
unfortunately, he sees you. Oh well. We kind of got ourselves into that one.
My ultimate.
Yeah.
Join me. Let the kitsune
Nice. That's the most left clicks I've ever seen you shoot.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. You were actually winning that and you got owned by a rail.
Yeah.
I like the aggression though. I'm always aggressive towards
This
spacers,
ends.
but typically I'm aggressive in a way where it's like if I really have the drop on him, I'll do what you did just there. But otherwise, I'm always doing that cover thing.
Yeah, I kind of put myself in a weird spot. Not knowing where face was.
Man, this whole game has just been kind of.
Oh, we
like
have a lever.
Yeah, I was gonna say this whole game is like a stagger fest or something.
I think the lever only just left. That's why I think I turned around.
All right, that's GG. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's 97. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think for Zen, I mean, it looks roughly okay. I just remember for Zen, assassin mode or turret mode. You're like Bastion. You have two modes that you can switch between. So decide if you're going to be in assassin mode or a turret mode, and what you do in turret mode and assassin mode are different. Turret mode.
I think it needs to be swapping a lot. If I'm only looking for assassinations, I have like too much downtime.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and then just making sure that when you're playing in turret mode, you are finding the funnel of enemies and shooting off 1 million left clicks. Assassin mode. Sneaky. Discord double left click to head. You can orb them sometimes with a charged orb from a sneak if you're like feeling real sneaky, but most of the time it's better just to get the quick double headshot with the Discord while they're unaware.
Yeah, I agree.
Right clicks in Zen are probably only used 10% of the time, 20% of the time.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit overrated,
Yeah. You
which is funny because I've been using them too much.
Yeah. Catch you, and when you watch your Zen VODs back, be looking for that. Be looking for if you're using right clicks too much and try to see like what's that right click necessary so you can train yourself to really abuse the value of the left click and how much DPS that provides. And your job is to just do damage down a lane a lot of the time, break shields and stuff like that. And really, Assassin Zen is when you can't it's just a tool for if you can't do that turret part well. If for some reason that turret part well is obstructed for some way, so like on Volcano, for example, when you didn't have good turret opportunities, that's when Assassin mode comes into play. I think you know most of this,
Yeah.
but
No, it helps.
that's at least what's correct, I think.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions before we're done for today?
I think I had stuff written. Let me just check if they haven't been answered. Oh no, the only question I had was about the Lucio and Kiri for the face-up match, but yeah, that helps.
Yeah,
I've already got my answer for that.
and you can become the what do they have guy on your team, if nobody's doing
yeah.
that already. That's a good guy to be, because it also can sometimes prevent you from having to be the guy who actually tracks the ult, so you don't have to care. You just be the what do you have guy and everybody else to do it. So that's nice.
Yeah, and then if no one answers me, I just say, "Come on, guys, what are you doing?"
yeah. And then like we talked about, like if you have the tracer and stuff like that, it's fine to be with them, and it depends on the play style of your team too. But most of the time, you're gonna be being with your tank, and the other guy's gonna be doing the run around peeling. And if they're not, you should maybe encourage them to do so, because that's big value. Okay,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Hey, good luck. Remember to keep yourself focused. Again, if you had that idea of boosting your confidence by playing on your Smurf account or something like that, or just playing some quick play or whatever it needs to be, but your mechanics look pretty snappy. They're pretty good. It's just about keeping yourself honest, keeping yourself doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Hopefully, we have a way to do that. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah. So thank you very much.